In the news this week, a man is a man and a woman is a woman, says the Prime Minister, as he emphasises that biological sex is common sense. Civil servants are compared to Nazis for holding the view that biological sex is fixed. And twins born an astonishing 17 weeks early approach their first birthday. Hello. A man is a man and a woman is a woman, the Prime Minister has said, as he emphasised that the reality of biological sex should be upheld in all areas of public life. In an hour-long address, he told the Conservative Party conference, patients should know when hospitals are talking about men or women.
We shouldn't get bullied into believing that people can be any sex they want to be. They can't. A man is a man and a woman is a woman. That's just common sense.
His comments followed on from announcements made earlier at the conference that men who claim to be women will no longer be admitted to female-only wards, and sex offenders will be prevented from changing their legal sex to avoid criminal sanctions and safeguarding checks. Addressing the concerns, Home Secretary Suella Braverman warned that the ideological capture of public bodies must be tackled now.
Things are bad enough already. We see it in parts of Whitehall, in museums, in galleries, in the police, and even in leading companies in the city. Under the banner of diversity, equity, and inclusion, official policies have been embedded that distort the whole purpose of these institutions. Highly controversial ideas are presented to the workforce and to the public as if they're motherhood and apple pie. Gender ideology, white privilege, anti-British history. And the evidence demonstrates that if you don't challenge this poison, things just get worse. Whole institutions become captured.
The Prime Minister's comments may provide some comfort to the civil servants slandered for holding the view that biological sex is fixed. In a meeting between diversity groups in the Ministry of Justice, members of the Sex Equality and Equity Network, who hold the belief that sex is binary, were likened to Nazis by pro-trans colleagues. Many of us have experienced some form of professional disadvantage because we do not believe that the concept of gender identity is meaningful or that it is more important than sex. Several of us have been through stressful and intrusive employment disputes. Former Cabinet Minister Sir Connor Burns said he was extremely pleased civil servants are now starting to challenge the ideology being peddled by the Stonewall thought police. The chasing of Stonewall certifications is now pervading not just the civil service, but the NHS and parts of education as well. It's become a really, really serious problem. Six-time major winner Phil Mickelson has shared how his gambling addiction caused untold damage to his loved ones. The golfer reportedly gambled over $1 billion in 3 decades. Posting on X, formerly Twitter, Mickelson paid tribute to his wife for supporting him through his darkest and most difficult times. It affected those I care about in ways I wasn't aware or could fully understand. It's like a hurricane is going on outside and I'm isolated in a shelter, oblivious to what was happening. When I came out, there was so much damage to clean up that I just wanted to go back inside and not deal with it. I still have a lot of cleaning up to do with those I love the most, but I'm doing it slowly and as best I can. And finally, twins born at just 22 weeks and 1 day, nearly 2 weeks before the UK abortion limit, are preparing to celebrate their first birthday. Kimaya and DJ were born on the 12th of October 2022 at the Cleveland Clinic in Ohio, weighing less than 1 pound each. But the twins overcame several health issues, including a brain bleed and collapsed lung, and were discharged after 138 days. One nurse reflected, "I did have my doubts on day 1 that we would see that day, so that made it that much more incredible when it came." Well, that's all for this week. For regular updates and information on all of our stories, plus much more, visit our website at christian.org.uk. Until next time, goodbye.